This one is for men who are with a woman who is healing from sexual coercion. You didn't know I'm on YouTube as well, and I got this comment recently. Would you do a video on having a new relationship after this type of abuse to help men who are dating women who have these experiences? I told him I'd be happy to if he'd give me a couple days. He said, "Thank you, this is my current situation, and watching your videos has helped me understand my partner's previous relationship, which I really struggled to comprehend. It was like a foreign language to me and the type of experience I've had and how I related to women in love. I'm not perfect, but I want to learn and grow and be there for her and be compassionate to myself in the process." Let me just say, this already is a really good place to start. And ladies, this is what it looks like when you have a man who cares and wants to learn. I have some tips based on my personal experience and talking about this for the last 5 years. Quick backstory, I was in a sexually coercive marriage for 20 years. In 2020, I asked my husband to move out because I was beginning to understand what sexual coercion was and that that's what was happening to me. Sexual coercion is anything that someone does to try to change your no into a yes. It also includes something that they might do to punish you for saying no, or to punish you because they think you might say no. This causes a lot of trauma for the victim as she has repeatedly given into sex she didn't want. This experience of hers is an actual rape. She has been raped by her intimate partner. This is a fact that everybody needs to understand before you can really move forward, victim or perpetrator or new relationship. This is a person who has not just experienced rape, but they've experienced rape at the hands of their most intimate partner, the one person in their life that they were supposed to trust the most. And to make it worse, society, and several people close to them, no doubt, have told them that it wasn't rape. They've been repeatedly gaslit to believe that they are the problem, that nothing bad has happened to them. They are the one doing something harmful to their husband by not sleeping with him. This can cause a woman to dissociate and become codependent, and her whole life revolves around getting this man sex. That out of the way, this is how you can help if you're in a relationship with someone like me. Number one is to understand these traumas and triggers. Learn everything you can about rape victims. Learn about the nervous system and how different traumas like this affect the body and the mind. Don't ever think that you know more than she does, because she knows herself and she knows her own body. Understand that she will probably feel guilty for saying no to you, even if you've given her no reason to. Sexual innuendo, little jokes can trigger her. Even a compliment can feel objectifying at times. Don't take this personally. You will make it worse because her biggest trigger is hurting you. She will do anything not to hurt you. This leads to my second point. You have to be able to take care of yourself and take care of your own needs. Even more than any responsibility you have to her, you have a responsibility to yourself and your own autonomy in the relationship. You need to be able to take no for an answer, but you also need to be able to tell her no at times. You need to be able to be true to yourself and hold in ground within yourself. Because again, part of her trauma is being extra aware, hyper alert to you and your needs. She needs to know that you can take care of that yourself. There's another element to this too that I don't talk about a lot because I am still unpacking it 5 years later, but there is a receiving wound in these women. What this means is that women like me have been conditioned to serve men. We may fight against this at times on the surface, but deep down there is shame around receiving. If you give me a gift, I'm going to feel like I have to give you one. If you give me an O, I'm going to feel like I have to give you one. If you do something nice for me, I'm going to feel like I owe you for it. And old conditioning is going to tell me that it should be a sexual favor. And this is something that I have to fight within myself already. I'm going to need you to be aware of me and my mannerisms. And I need you to be able to pick up on moments when maybe I'm not really into it, but I'm pretending to be because I don't want to hurt you. And I might not realize that I'm subconsciously following that old pattern. I need you to be strong enough to stop and say, whoa, is this really what you want? I was lucky enough to meet somebody after my divorce that healed me in a lot of ways. He came to me this morning and I posted it to Threads. I said, he brought me a frittata and fruit in bed and I thanked him for it. And then he thanked me for letting him do that. And then he went and got me another cup of coffee with a skip in his step. And watching his face, watching his joy and having a moment to nurture me healed part of that receiving wound. I needed to know that a man could experience real joy in taking care of a woman, and it wasn't just him manipulating a situation to get something in return. So all those little small acts of service, they may make her bristle at times, but keep doing it and keep showing her how much you enjoy it. And every once in a while, it's okay to hold space for yourself and tell yourself that you're a good partner and you're doing a good job for her. This is not an easy thing. And no matter how much I heal, some of it's always going to be there. So listen to her, pay attention to her, and really know her. Also understand that she is sometimes going to have some avoidant behavior. It may be difficult for her to communicate at times because it wasn't okay to communicate in other relationships. Communicating wasn't safe. Shutting down was safe. I talk about this relationship that I had. I call him Navy Guy, and he mirrored me in a lot of different ways, and I suspect that he may have been abused too. I don't know by who or how or what, but he had some of the same behaviors. And there were a few opportunities for us to co-regulate together. It was beautiful. Some of it was sexual, but some of it wasn't. One time it was just sitting on his couch with my hand on his chest as he held my hand against his chest and breathed and got through a moment of anxiety. But in general, we should be able to self-regulate too. This is when I'm having a moment, and instead of going to my partner, I check in with myself first and say, okay, what's going on here, Nat? And how can I handle this? As a man, it's important that you self-regulate instead of going to her every time. Doesn't mean shutting off your feelings or excluding her from what's happening, but make sure that you have control over what's happening within you. Make sure that you're aware of your own triggers, particularly any rejection wound you may have. This is where I see the most trouble from men. If she's not in the mood for sex, you can't take it as rejection. And one of her biggest triggers is hurting you. It's okay to talk about moments when you feel rejected. Just make sure that she knows it's not her fault. It's something you're feeling internally, and it's something you're dealing with. Just like her triggers are something she's feeling internally, and she's dealing with it. And it's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to yourself. Her responsibility is to her. Your responsibility together is for the relationship, but yourselves first. So, to summarize, take care of yourself, make sure she's taking care of herself, and then take care of each other, and you'll be just fine.